The home, which went by the name Sunderland Villa, was built between 1879 and 80 to reflect the original owner's success in the glove-making business. William Heslop Story had it designed in the Queen Anne style, which includes an asymmetrical look due to the tower, different heights, small round windows, and the roof lines, which are dramatic and almost Gothic, as described by local historian Mark Rowe. The home was also positioned across the street from his venture, and he was able to use that proximity to his advantage.
When this house was built, it was built with steam heat. It was the first house in Acton with steam heat, and he just ran the steam pipe under Bauer Avenue into the house.
After Story died, his son took control of the business and eventually sold it. But Rowe says the home wasn't as easy to sell, so it sat empty for a few years. After World War I, the Great War Veterans Association was formed, and the house was purchased by that group so that soldiers would have a place to gather.
And it was also a rehabilitation home for them for a while, and then it kind of evolved eventually into a hotel for veterans and people, so kind of a nursing home idea.
In 1937, under different ownership, the building was converted to a funeral home and has been operated that way by several families over the decades. Homage is still paid to the last two owners in the signage that remains, with the MacKinnon and Shoemaker names displayed, all a part of preserving history.
It's part of the streetscape, it's part of people's memories, local people memories, and then particularly a building like this where people have emotional connection.
And it's a way for us to collectively then celebrate the history and the memories that are in this building by ensuring that its historical heritage and designation is upheld.
Although the original history of the home can be seen both inside and out, the Ontario Heritage Act designation only applies to the original exterior portion of the building. This leaves the current operators, Dignity Memorial, with some flexibility for its business needs, while also preserving that original Queen Anne appearance on the outside. And there's help available to achieve that goal.
There's a couple of opportunities where we could access up to 50% of a project with a maximum of $3,000 if we were going to do some sort of an upgrade. And there's a tax benefit as well. 20% of your taxes are reduced and brought back to us for us to be able to reinvest in the business.
Rowe adds that about 40 buildings have been designated under the Ontario Heritage Act within Halton Hills, adding the idea is to make sure there's a good inventory and a good reflection while not turning them into museums, but to make them a living part of the community. Jason Trout for Halton News in Halton Hills.